Hello there. Some time ago I created a video, it's called How to Sell AI Generated Art. That is based on some of my experience, but many viewers was saying, can we go in more specific details how I can do this? And I start working on a video where I can go precisely step by step what I created, where I sell and how I sell, but the video become too big, too large in this. So I separate on 3 different videos. That is, each video is very on specific subjects. I mean, how we can sell just digital assets, how we can sell digital image, and how we can sell printable arts. And they all will be step by step from beginning, from how you take art, create, how you package, how you resizing, how you creating promo, and so on, how you even create your own store, and how you can sell. So this is what we're going to do with each separate steps. And because of this, I will highly recommend for you, if you're interested in this subject, to subscribe to my channel, click notification button, be sure when those other videos come up, then you can notice what we're going to do. And the first video, we're going to base it on how to create with Gumroad account. So it's very easy, simple account how we can create with a Gumroad. And Gumroad is example where you can sell some digital assets. You can sell anything from audiobooks, music, imaging, and so on. For me, for example, I sell video tutorials, and I sell a lot of digital assets here, a lot of collections, some backdrops, element, and it's what is based on this. When I start, and I do a lot of the compositing photography, and I used some elements, and I cannot find some of those elements when I created, for example, some art. So I end up making my own 3D models or texturing and creating all these different elements, render. And I found some of the users, some of the artists don't have time, don't want to do, or don't have the skills to create those elements. So I find it's kind of will be very interesting just to share my knowledge how to create those compositing, and most important, share the assets so people can use them in their commercial or non-commercial works. And by creating those assets, it's allowed me to pack them, sell, and showing how to do so. And this is what I use at Gumroad for. It is showing how to create those assets, how to use them. Of course, many there, it's actual 3D videos, but you also notice it's have a lot of different brushes, different assets, different backgrounds, and created. And some of those I created from photography when I photo shoot, like sky overlay. Some of them was done from 3D modeling, and creating all those different elements like specific lighting, and it take a very long time. Some result not as I wanted, so I spent a lot of many times to do this. This is actually was creating from Chaotica example and other things. But when I found that Midjourney or AI generated art can create astonishing backdrops, very astonishing, and they is excellent to use it as elements. So in this video, it's what I'm going to focus on assets, how I'm creating from beginning to end, what I recommend to do, what is works for me. It doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you. You don't need maybe find your own area. But if you're interested in creating how to create digital assets, how to pack them, how to create thumbnails, everything from beginning to end, then this video is for you, how to sell. So okay, let's go ahead and start from beginning. First, you'll notice right here I have some elements, and this is actually rendered in some Midjourney or another AI elements. And for example, if we look like alien backdrop, this is excellent example of the back element that we can use it inside our work. And when I say inside the work, for example, right here we have a portrait, and you can see I used some of this background elements to put it in on the sci-fi element, steampunk, or actually sorry, cyberpunk, some sci-fi element here, witch or magic shop, or some the cyberpunk, another one. Okay, so right here we're going to look on this. Okay, let's go and look first on a Gumroad. So what is a Gumroad? Gumroad, it is service provided online where you can sell your digital assets. It's have it many other places you can find. If you prefer sell on other areas, it's fine. Jose, this is the example that I want to show you because I use Gumroad for very long time, many years. They're very active, updating, they're actively growing. And what I say, the growing, it's not just the growing customer base, which is actually it is. They have a lot of artists there. I love how the structure work and everything, but beside that, they're constantly updating, new things coming, and they're actually listening people who are working with them. So okay, let's go ahead. We'll go to just the Gumroad itself. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to log out. And when you first come in, you have options. So you need to sign up. Just click on sign up, and you'll notice right that you can create a different accounts. And I have a very good video about step by step that I link down below how you can create, because it will take a long time, how to go set up your store online right here. And right now I'll just showing you generic how you can create it. But if you need to go in customization, for example, how do I upload it my store header or other things, I would recommend look on those details, because right now our point is not on a Gumroad how to work, it's how to use Gumroad to sell our product. So let's go right here and we'll just register. Actually, you know what, let's go to, I'm using my spam email. So this my email that I'm going to use, that any spam, whatever I sign up, you probably have it. If you don't have it, I would recommend create some account that you can use it as a demo or whatever. And if it's spam going there, you don't really care. It's like whatever account, email account there. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead. Let's go ahead, click create account, and it says already sign up. So let's go save this one. Well, it's recognized because I used my other account, but overall you can create your username. Remember, this is username, it's what will come up on top. You can always change, and it's like at Gumroad. So we can upload your photo if you want it, customizations, easy. Put it your info, bio if you want it. All of this has said this at this point you want to little bit customization to do, include your bios, include your zip code. First, what I do recommend, put it in your bio. And here's the reason: if you're going ahead and try to sell some product online and people don't know this, why should they buy? Because you sell your brand, you sell your name. For example, if I'm going Geekatplay, this is my another site where I sell all those different products. Okay, my tutorials, and I have it 3,000 videos, something like this, a lot of them. But you can go ahead and go check, and you can see right here I have a lot of different subject. For example, let's go into Vue. It's another popular I did with all these different packs, and you can see how with Gumroad, which is kind of nice, it's going to integrate it with your normal website, with your WordPress or other things, so you can use it with a different type of the services. And of course, if we're going to specific tutorials, you can see right here we have it all on list, and you can go and purchase those or a free preview on YouTube. And overall, this is kind of how I'm using. It's why I actually start using Gumroad, because I can integrate it to my site. But what I try to say, I actually have it already established myself. So what is meaning, I have it my photo website. I already doing a lot of photography digital. I done for the magazine posters, publish books, and done all the stuff. So name is established. If you are not yet established, put it in bio inside. Put it some information about you so that people know who you are. Beside the search engine, because it's a SEO friendly, will also help to search from this. For example, if you want to say, I am creator of the digital backgrounds or digital assets or something else. Don't put it, because remember, we'll have 2 different videos about how to sell as the art itself. Right now we're just digital assets working on this. But overall, fill up your information here. After, when you're done, you can go to home page. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to log into my normal account so we can continue to work on this. For you, if you want step by step and how to set up payments and everything, I'll provide link below to my another video where I've done all of this step. Currently, how you receive your money and everything from the Gumroad, it's not really relevant to us, but just let you know it's through the PayPal or direct deposit, whatever you like it. Okay, next, what do you want to do? From home, you go and click on the products and you click on the button new product. So this will tell you to a place where you can create new. So let's go ahead and give it name. And what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to create live product that I'm going to put it on my store, and you can see I'll provide link as well. You can go check out. You can purchase and support me if you want it. I appreciate this greatly, but not required. So, and this will be background that I created specifically for my sci-fi theme. And usually, how I said before, if I like something, I create it for myself. And if other people appreciate to use this, it's a big plus to me. So right here, for example, the product, it will be space portals. So we'll describe name. And next, I want digital backdrops. Okay. You could put it AI generated digital backdrops here. However, this is detailing for me. If I'm looking for the name, at this time, I don't care how you created this. Again, I'm looking from my personal view, okay? I'm caring what I wanted. I want some space portals, sound like this sci-fi. We can also just even put it sci-fi up front. So kind of like these sci-fi space portals. Okay, there you go. Digital background. We always can come back and change, but general, this is a name. It's what I want to put it. And we'll look what we have. A lot of different options. One, it is digital download. It's what I wanted. Price in dollars. And depend what you said. My usually price, I said $19.95 or $29. It depend also on how many products in a pack, and base it how many I am assuming I will sell and what I want to create per hour when I do this. So I want to actually receive back money for the time that I spend, plus maybe a little bit more. But for now, I think $29.95 will be okay for this, because it does not take me from creating in 3D. It was a little bit faster by utilizing AI. So let's go ahead. Next, we'll click on the customization. And in the customizations, you'll notice right here we have it our descriptions. Well, we go fill up in a second. Our URL, cover image, thumbnail. And this is portion where we kind of stop and start working on the covers, start working on the thumbnails. And later you'll notice right here it's where we start actually uploading our files. Nice things about uploading them, we can create in a folders and so on. Organization will look on this. For now, at this moment, I want to stop here and creating for us image. Notice it says horizontal at least. It does not mean it's need to be this resolution. I will use about 2000 by 2000 pixels, but you can use any other ones. However, thumbnails, it's very precise, like 600 by 600 pixels. And this is very important for thumbnails. It's what people will see. So we need to create something catchy, something good. On image upload, so let's go ahead inside the Photoshop now and start working there. Okay, so here's our different images, and you can see there's some on the vertical, some horizontal, some square. Total, it's a 288 backgrounds, and again, these backgrounds, okay, let's go to extra large, I created for myself. So I'm not just spawn as many I wanted. Okay, I was actually have a different project when I have it in mind working, and I created for those project working around there, and after figure out, people want to have them. As an artist, when I work with this, in some case you can find they look similar, and actually right here you can see some of them duplicates by one or not. So I need it first and go clean up these images. So I'm going to actually scroll through of them, be sure they all no duplicates in them, they're all saved properly. Sometimes it can be saved as a not complete, so it's a it's a web kind of PNG halfway, but mostly what I'm looking, it's like this. You see duplicates. If they're close enough, actually this is what I wanted, because many times I noticed when before I was working, I save it one file and I'm like, oh, it's look very good. So what about if I creating some different image, and then I says, oh, I wish I had just a little bit left, just a little bit right, some slightly adjustment. So and after this I found out it's much it's worth for me to create somewhat almost similar looking but slightly different, so they look a little bit different. So I'm going right now right here, you see like PNG double. So I'm going over these images right now, and I'm going just to remove the duplicates, and we'll see how many we have of those, because right here I can see 1 2 3 duplicates. Save it. Okay, so let me go ahead, pause this video, and going and clean up my folder with the pre-selected images first, and come back after, see what we have, because I say right here I think this is not duplicate. I have a few only duplicates on top. I think right here it's where some of my duplicates coming, and they're easy to see of them because they just double, almost all of them. Okay, so I think cleaning is done, and I can just check it is 217 files, so it's a little bit better than 38. So we did clean up some of this. Yep, 217. Okay. Usually when I create the digital art based on this, I'm take inside, I retouch, I remove some other stuff. When I look on a digital backdrop like this on element, actually I want as much as I can, because I will retouch later based on what image I want to do. I maybe even blur or slim down or whatever. So I don't want to touch them at all of this. I want as raw as possible to have it, but I do want them bigger size. So it's meaning we're going to upscale them to the bigger size so we can use it as a backdrop. And reason is upscale because when I photo shoot, I'm using Canon R5 camera, which is about 8,000 pixels by and I wanted my bigger size, about 8,000 pixels on this image, so we're going upscale to this area. Names, if you notice right here, it says it's rendered by me, so Geekatplay, backhaul, and let's have it some work job render and a seed, all this information. If you want it, you can keep it this way. Usually it's a little bit confusing for the people, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to select all of them. Okay, right click. Okay, we'll go to rename actually our files. So we'll go to click rename, and just when it's pop up on one, we're going to Geekatplay space portals. I think that will work. Just on one file, press enter, and it's what is happening in Windows is all of the selected files you can see all rename it and put it numbers on them. So it's make it a little bit easy. 217 files, and I want to be sure it is my name there and format. So this way they just rename it or overall. So it's how we're done with this one. Next, we want to upscale this, and to upscale I'm going to use actually Gigapixel. AI from Topaz Lite. I like how it's work, and reason is it's very simple, very fast, and actually did very good job than Photoshop. I got another video where I review different type of upscaler. I'll put a link again down below so you can check those. That video, decide for yourself what you like it. But general, I'm just going to select, okay, let me copy them on the side, select all of this and drag and place them. It's so easy, so nice. Okay, let me take some menu. Okay, this we don't need it. I'll move this to different screens so it's away, and you can see right here how well it is already will be upscaling. So it's upscale set to 4, and we can see the format with upscale on the size to about 4K from this. So we can go a little bit higher, 6K, which is about maximum. We can increase, but they don't recommend, so I'll go at least 6,000. I know it's not necessarily 8,000, but it's already 6,000 is quite a bit increase. And you can see clarity and everything. If we look on the image full size, you can see it is add sharpness. Actually, it's work very, very impressive. And what I want to do here, it is scale 6 standard. So we can go, you can try with AI and CG, but personally, I prefer to work just in the standard mode. It's worked for me very well. Okay, and you can analyze. Sometimes it's worked better, sometimes a little bit, but I think this is actually not bad. It does very good job overall. We can click on different preview portals. Okay, let me go to maybe right here. Look at this 10,000. So this is even bigger. And again, it's look nice when I come. Let's go come very, very close and just be sure it's working. Okay, it's add details. So it's worked very well this way. Okay, when we're done with this, we can easy way to save, just click save files. We'll have it preserve format, so it is saved in PNG, which what we wanted, because if it's having some JPEG, we don't want this, we want PNG, and we need save in specific folder. Okay, and usually you can save just in source, but I want to separate them, so I just created a folder. Okay, this new, let me, okay, to the Space Portal upscales. So when we're done, it's all what we actually need. We can click start, and what it does, it's, you can see it will process all of these files, upscale them, and save this place. I'm going to pause this video till all processing is done, and we'll continue after this. Okay, so we're done rendering, and you notice some of this actually come up quite a bit, 10,000 pixels, 12,000 pixels, so it's quite a bit size. And sometimes the question is, do you really need that large files? And personally, what I find out when you work with compositing, you're not necessarily maybe want to use it all the image, you maybe want to use it part of the image, or you want to upscale, or you maybe want to change. So, and you always can downscale without losing that much detail. So the bigger you can create it, the better it is to use in the future. So okay, before we do this, let's go check what we have it. So we have it at least 18 by 720. So we'll go to do 2000 by 2000 pixels on this, and 600. So for this one, let's go inside the Photoshop. And when I create products, and again, I'm coming from personal point of view, what I want to see, I want to see some thumbnails. And this is hard to do. This is probably the hardest part to do, the created thumbnails from all these images. Because if you look right here, let's go to view large icons, you can see we have a tons of different those images that we need to create. Let's go step by step. I'll show you how I'm creating that, what I'm doing this way. So we'll go file, new, and we're going to create as new file 2000 by 2000 pixels. Let's create new. We have some guides that we don't need at this point, so I'm going to view, and we'll go to clear the guides. So we don't need these guides, we need to create our own guides. And for this, we'll go again to view, let's go down to the guides, and we're going to use it new guide layout. And the guide layout, we're going to use columns and rows, so it's custom. And right here you can see it's a 6x8, about 2x3 if you want to create it. For the horizontal and vertical, we are going to lose some of the data to display, but overall let's give it about same theme to us view. So let's go ahead and click OK. Okay, next, how do we put it inside? In Photoshop we have very great options, and this has allowed us to create areas for image. So I'm going to go around, and you see how it's snap. It's why we need the grids before, so we can easy to kind of snapping. If you over snap, Control Z, and we'll just need to create like right there. So we'll create area. As we're creating, you can see it's creating frames for us. Again, we need this grid, so it's allowed us to snap. Okay, when we create first, let's go ahead and just select one grid. Okay, next press Control or Command J. It will duplicate it, and we'll go down. Again, Control or Command J. Again. And we just copying and pasting, we're just creating this grid. Okay, cool. So we have this weird grid now done. Let's go to the top frame. Next step is a little bit easy. So because it's a horizontal, what I want to do is look on my images right here and put first horizontal like this image. Okay, let me move on the side, and I'm just going to drag and drop. As dragging, you can see it is place it and resize it to fit that frame. So this is make much easier for me to create thumbnails. So I can go drag and drop and put another one image, and just so on, just drag and drop those images. Okay, and of course, because let's go look back what we have. If we look right here, we have a lot of different images. Mostly it's vertical, but I already start work on this. Let me finish to put it. And a square ones, we could create just a 8x8 or 6x6 and put a squares inside. That will work well for images. And sometimes I don't care, but I think we have plenty of the square images, so we'll go to do this file as well. For now, let me go ahead and okay, let's go on top, and let's go just go and create and put it. So I'm going to pause this video till I'm going to drag and drop all of those inside. And if I run out of space, just save it, and when I come up to this, I'll actually show you what we're going to do. Okay, so we're done here, and we have an empty space. The one what we're going to do is probably just take it back, and let's go fill up with a black color. So this will look. Sometimes you may have it one more page or whatever. I always recommend, if you have it one page, you can save as different Photoshop file, or you can rescale, make it smaller. Like right here, we have it a lot of loose, so I'm going to frame it. Okay, let's go click on this one, bring it a little bit up. We still have our grid, everything intact, and we'll go and just file, save as. We'll go to create new folder. Let's go right here, and we'll call this product cover. Okay, and inside we'll save as a page 1, and PSB, it is a large format. I recommend save as PSB, not as PSD, and we'll save it. So when we save, we can go back and actually make bigger again. Sometimes you'll have it one style of image bigger, sometimes you have different ones, so it is could be different. Overall, I found I use it more of the portrait than landscape in my work. I use because it's working with people and other stuff. So right here we have it one. Instead creating images, another grid, what I'm going to do is image, and we're going to image rotation 90% clockwise, and now we have it for the vertical ones, so we can work this way. Because we already saved one other one, so you can save as template before you put any images. In this case, if you do on other products, you can use just loaded template and work this way. For me, I already have a template done for me, so this is just to show you how to do, but I just save it as BSD, the other format. And when we're done with this, you can bring in and just start same drag and drop. And nice things about this, if you drag over other images, it will just replace it, so you don't need to worry about just going and delete them. Same things what's going on here. I'm going and just fill up with thumbnails. I'm going to pause this video and come back when it's completed. Okay, so when we fill up with one row, let's go again to File, Save, and we'll save it as page 2. And we're ready for another, and this is, I'm just going to replace. Notice as we replace, having me this blue area, because it's a little bit bigger, which is okay. We still can see some image, but it's also let me know on which frame I am. So in this case, it's going to be a little bit easy, just going and drag and drop them like these images around that area. Okay, so we're almost done. Also the one below, remember, we can just almost delete them, but I think will be more than enough space right there. Yeah. Okay, so actually let me go to the place. If you see something very similar, remember this is not total reference. You can create as a reference. For this one, you actually need to give it file names on the top, and you can do this by also assign like whatever number you remember as we created before. This was nice about this. As we created before, we have the 73, 74, all these numbers. So it's a nice also as a reference. You can create as well reference that way. Okay, so let's go ahead right here, and I'm going again just pause this video till I'm completed. Okay, so there's another page. Do you need to do all of the pages? No, you don't. You can just even make one, because I just like to show people the variety it exists, and actually it does. Many times when I do this way, it does help sell, because people can see what is included in a pack, or at least what is variety and how many of those images, because you want to sell quality and you also want to sell quantity in some cases, because interesting things. But if people say, hey, I have 20,000 images versus 10,000 images, you know, then okay, let me also, okay, right there. And yeah, I think those ones look very similar, so I'll just replace them just for fun. There you go. Okay, we also have right here. Sometimes I need to look, it's on the screen where I'm putting, so we'll have it. We do have it way more vertical than horizontal, so we'll have it more portraits, which just makes sense, because it's when you work with the compositing with the people to put it in, it's what used a lot of portraits. Okay, I think we're almost done. Okay, I have it a few more. Sometimes you may have it 6, 7, 8 pages with thumbnail, and you don't necessarily need to create as small as I created, so you can create a little bit bigger size there. And here's way to the end. We still have it square, but here's a question. What do about other ones? So press down Control or Command, click on one, and you can see this is what we have it below. And if I click, hold down, and just scroll down below, you can see it is should actually hide some of them. Nope, it's hide all of them. So I don't want this, because this spread, if you, we need to kind of hide almost one by one this way. Okay, I think it's because, yes, if you do row properly, don't need, you can just hide the click once and drag down, but I did not do this way. So now I need to select, roll over, hold down Control Command, click, it will select a cell for us in this area, and this way I can select and just hide this so we don't have the coloring. There you go. I think it's done. Let's go ahead, file, save as a 4. Notice I'm saving as PSB, not as a JPEG. Afterward, I like to open, or we can make one processing and create a JPEG out of them. And I'll show you in a second how we can do with those ones. Next, let's go create file, new, and well, again, we'll have 2000. By default, I have it my guides on because I work with another save zones. We don't need it here, so I'm going to clear these guides and we'll go create our own guides. Again, new guide layout, and we'll just going 8 by 8. Let's go do this way. I think this maybe it's a little bit too small, so let's see, you can play around. Maybe, you know, yeah, let's go 6 by 6. Okay, well, may don't have it enough, and because now we have it the squares, we need to do another, again, framing. So remember, we do one frame. Okay, right here we'll just go create these frames. Okay, based on our grid. There you go. Now we can go ahead and select all our gray. Control Command J. So let's select, so select, and we just can copy paste them. This is our frames. Okay, at this point we can now start drag and drop, and our squares, because the square, they should be just perfectly fitted in. And let me see how many we have, different ones. I use sometimes square because I need crop, but problem is I found out the square have it plus and minuses. It is nice to crop them when you work with the images, but the problem is you do cropping, so you lose some information, which is, I don't know if I like or not. This one is portals. It's a very used lens flare, so it is actually very good as overlay, and sometimes they may does not look as much, how say, they look like a lights with some portals, but if you're using screen mode or using soft light overlay with them, they actually bring quite a bit in your compositing work. So these ones primarily, they're actually very, very nice add elements. And it does help if you go ahead and create like video tutorials and showing how you do this stuff. Okay, I think we actually need to create another one. So right here we create one, and you'll notice this is a little bit different ones. So let's do this way. I'll just undo those. Okay, and we'll go on the bottom, fill up with black. Let's just save it like this. Okay, and we'll say page 5. Okay, and now we can go ahead and just replace these top ones because the different styles, and sometimes I separate the styles as well. Okay, let's go click right there. There you go. And again, if we need it, we can go ahead and hide them. It's up to you what you prefer to do. If you prefer, I think maybe right here it's actually, let me see. There you go. Yep, this one's laid out properly, so I can just click and hide all of them. Okay, let's go to file, and now we'll save as page 6. Okay, this is our thumbnails. Now we want to do Okay, actually I don't want to undo this one. Okay, so I think I override one accidentally and I need the reverse, and this is actually where its history is very useful. You can see I have a lot of history saved. For this one, go to File, okay, and actually it's edit Preferences. Yes, we'll go Edit Preferences. In the preference, we go to the history. Okay, work save interface. Right there, history. So we want to enable a history log. You want to enable always follow. Also undo redo. This will be in your performance history. You can see I increase size because I want to command, and like in this case I can able to go back quite a bit in my history, and when I accidentally override my file, I can go back and restore it by just click on my history. It's worked for me. Just helpful. Another tip with Photoshop: if you start working, be sure you set the history more. It will depend on how much memory you have in your computer, because it is save some of the steps inside your memory. So let's go ahead and create new file. We go File, New, and if you remember, another one was 600 by 600. So we'll go ahead and create this file. Will be our thumbnail. And for the thumbnail, we need to find some image that will take attraction as well. We can create new. So what is meaning? We go File, New. Let's go create one more 2000 by 2000. For example, this is our landing front. And what I recommend for this one is use something that will take attention of the people so they can see what's going on. So you can select the different images, put it in, and see how they work. You know what I mean? If they, like for example, let's go use this one actually. So we'll use this one for the big one. Remember, we have 600 and this is 2000. And let's call it Space Portals Visual Backdrops. We want to go with that fancy. So we'll just go double time click for me, scale a little bit bigger. Let's move it on the middle, like right maybe around here. And this is where your artistic talent come. You can play around. I also have a predefined style I'm using, but you can use whatever style you want it. Orange maybe look fine, except we will go with color overlay, and let's go in color overlay, maybe set a little bit kind of like this. Yeah, let's go with a little bit lighter, and drop shadow styles. Will increase opacity so it's pop-up name a little bit better. Let's click OK. Next, I'll just hold down top one, select, next Shift. So we'll select two layers, drag, go to our thumbnails and drop on our thumbnails. You notice it is, if we zoom out, it's quite a bit big. So let's Control T, Command T to scale, or you can go to Edit, Free Transform. Okay, on those two layers, so we can transform layers and text. And this is for our thumbnail. So I'm just going with those save zones. Just go like right here, text between save zones. You can adjust how it looks like this, and you can say template, press enter. It's all. And now we have it our cover, we have it our thumbnail. Same, let's go save this, and we can go save as. We'll select this one. Let's go select now this one, JPEG, and we'll call this as a thumbnail. Okay, let's go select 12 maximum quality. Okay, we'll go this one, file, save. I'll save as JPEG, and this is landing. Okay, same 12. Remember, we have it other files open, so we can go create several ways. We can go file. If you create more than one, it's much easier just to go to the script, image processing, and inside the image processing we can set process everything them as a JPEG image. If you are don't like this, you can always just go ahead and bring them in, and you can see right here we have it all of them opening as a pages. And then we can save them as well, save as, or Control-Shift-Alt-S. This way it will open special interface, and this is called Save for Web. Okay, so right here is our interface. Okay, let's go ahead, zoom out a little bit, and you can see before and after. You can preview if you prefer to do this way. We have our preset set in PNG 2000 by 2000, so it's about the same size. And the only reason I don't like to save this way, because it does not necessarily remember your path, so you can almost specify, or you need to go in your properties, which I don't like it. So it's much easier, just go File, Save As this way. Same things, we'll go Save As PNG. Okay, let's go ahead and save this one. When we're done saving, let's close those ones that we already kind of save it. Okay, same things, we'll just save as PNG. Okay, also what I like to do, it is sometimes just add and create from artwork that was done before, so we can kind of showing how it's in progress working. People can assign, if you have it more than one, you can do this as well, but this way, let's move a little bit down right here. We'll put a space background on them, so you kind of people can see how it's working, what this also does. So let's go ahead, save as, and we'll save as well as let's go save as JPEG in this time. Okay, let's go ahead and save it. 12. Okay, this is kind of wrapped around, and if we're done painting work, or if we're done other ones, we did way more steps to this. This is just so we can pre-create thumbnails and other things. And now we can go back to the Gumroad, and let's see what we have right here. So this is our cover. Let's go ahead and click on computer files. Okay, and right here we actually can go ahead and select images. I think right here is duplicate, which is okay. I'll ignore it, so I just select those images, click open. This will upload it, all of the files together for us. Okay, you'll notice right here they're not necessarily in order, so I want to be sure I just select and rearrange them in a way I want it. So I'll go to put this one first, second, kind of you can play with a little bit order. Okay, that will be one order. Next, let's go ahead, upload our file for the thumbnail, and you can just upload or drag and drop it, depending on which one you prefer. Okay, right here. This I always recommend just save files, save your progress as you're going along. This is our preview. So let's go look a little bit description. I added space portal digital background. It was generated with AI generator, upscale and post-processing for the best use in your computer work as a sci-fi theme. English is not my first language. I don't know if you notice or not, I have some little bit accent in English. So the same with the writing. I'm using Grammarly, and it tell me a little bit help with the formatting and all the stuff. However, if you have the ability to add better text, go forward. Don't just lock what I'm doing, because it's work for me with my language, but maybe for you work differently. Okay, so right here we have it images. We can preview. There you go. We done some of how it will look. Okay, let's go down. Call to action. I want to this is for the button. Summary, we'll just leave it as alone. You can add additional credits if you want. You work with somebody else, so you can do this way. Integrations, we don't worry about circle community, how say it is separate videos, how to do all the stuff, just leave it as alone. We have 29. Also, you have the ability to allow customers to pay what they wanted. You don't want this. Some maybe you want. For this one, I want just fixed price. We don't care about the versions. Okay, and now we need to go up right here, content. Let's click on this button, and here's where we're going to upload our files. Before, I used to put them in a zip file format everything. I found out it's not necessarily actually work as well. You can link to your Dropbox or anything. I found that for me, it's the best things work. Just uploaded files itself, the separate files. And remember, we have our upscale files. It's what we're going to use for this. And I'm going to actually select the upscale files. And at this point, all what I need, just take these files, drag and drop them. And something that does not work, they change. So we'll go to, click on this, go to Dropbox. I want from my computer files. We'll go to navigate upscale, Command Control All, select all, click open. And at this time, yep, they start uploading now. So this may take a little bit time to upload them. You can also put them in a folder, but in no case in this way because it just the files itself. Also, I have some video I done before, so I will create folder when it's done uploading. Folder we'll call video tutorials, and this is benefit when you sell the product. Under promise, over deliver. It's always like they say. So you says, hey, I have these files, you try to digital background, but beside that I'll give you bonus, so I give you more something. So it's a kind of a little bit better, not promise, but better value you provide. And because I already record some videos, tutorials how to use this digital background, so I'm going to just include those MP4 files here for the people, so they kind of can look and see how they can work with this. The most of those videos were also available for YouTube because I think the education should be free, but I still need it, earn some money to feed my family, so it's why I charge. If people like, they can support me as well, but that way file will be available here. It's more convenient, so they can download and watch at any time when they want it. Okay, so right here we have our products is finished downloading, and you can create folder and you can actually drag and put them in a folder organize. Because I have a very flat structure, I just leave it as is so people can open and navigate. If I release addition to this, and many times I do, so it's meaning when people buy this pack, in the future I may add more images to this. Then I will create subfolder with a part 1, part 2, so on, and people can access. By the way, if you create new, you can send people to your website and says, hey, right here, images, you can get it. And when you update it, they will receive link and says new updates available, so you can go and check this. So okay, let's go ahead and look right now on next options. Because we're not yet done. What we did right now, we created our product, we added a description, name, we put it image, we put it thumbnails, we also got in content and uploaded our part. By the way, this content, remember this, you don't need just load it with your computer. For example, you notice right here you have options to going with a Dropbox Import. It's where I usually actually do. I've created Dropbox and link from Dropbox, so it's get from there. You can create from new existing products, take some items there. This is helpful if you want to create bundles, so you can create from other ones and create one general bundle, or you have an external link if you link to some other content from other areas. Again, this is our digital assets what we're working on. So let's go ahead. Now we go to checkout. You can look right here. We have some discount codes. I do blur them out because but usually we want to add new discount if you want to offer somebody. For example, if I go there and I says, hey, my Patreon content, my Patreon subscribers have free access to all of the content assets that I'm creating. So in this case, I can create a new discount code, name it whatever you want it, free for all, whatever you want to call, doesn't matter. Okay, you can enable percentage. By the way, you can try this code. It won't be working because I want to save it. Just example. You can say how many quants you want. the important things, for example, 25, if for some reason this code get away, and I always put it quantity, how I said, if this code get away, other people may start using, you don't want that. So you want like 25, and you can watch. Usually I put it amount, how many, for example, I have it Patreon supporters or other things, whatever. So I put a number, and I know they will use it because if I give it code. But if it's got away, then is meaning site just stopped, so it won't leak away. Help you just to monitor. And most important, if you do any discount, be sure right here you check this, add discount code to the field, because if you don't, you assign discount code, but the field won't be displayed, so people won't see it. Like right here, you can see on preview on the right side, without discount, they have no ability to put it. So even you add discount code to this product, you want to check. And all, it says to all products or just specific. So I always, if I want to adjust to the specific, I will just have it check to all, but this specific unchecked. So this is about what we're leaving here. Okay, next, let's go share. And you'll notice if we go share, it says you need publish. So let's go ahead and publish our product. It's very easy. Publish. It's now available for the view to the people. We can go click on the share now. And there's our preview. So let's go ahead and copy URL. We'll open new site, paste it, and go, and this is our product landing page. So whatever you send, people can preview. They have our items, preview what we created, a description, and of course price. We'll just create it. I want this, and you have it your normal purchasing. There you can go through total different paying. Notice right here I have it says test card, and the reason because as the owner or creator of this, I have the ability to test actually purchase this. You even can use it your own card. It won't be charged because it's recognize you as an owner, but you can see full process, and you can see what email people will receive it, all the process. So I do like this a lot as they're done with this. So example right here, you can say pay, and it will create it a zip code. So I'll put my zip code in, and you can see it is process your country 84. Let's try different ones. Okay, there you go. Process is successful. You did not get charged to any code because it is test, but you can see when you click on view content, now you can preview. This is what people see when they log in, so they can go and download directly images from here, preview, receive, resend, and so on. So this is kind of nice, easy way to set up and allow the people to access the products and purchase digital assets. So on overall, how I say, if you think it was useful to you, please subscribe. I'm working on 2 other videos where we're going step by step, a little bit actually more in details. I'm going, because I don't have a video how to set up store. I have it on Gumroad, but I don't have it with a Etsy or with a Printify or other ones. So I'm going actually step by step in those videos, just showing how to set up account with Etsy, how to create a digital downloadable, digital printable, and digital already pre-printed or on a canvas. So we'll have 2 more different products. And if you want to see how we'll do this, please subscribe. Be sure to click notification button so I'll let you know when I have new videos arrive, so you can aware they are out of there. And overall, I do recommend for you to sign up with the Gumroad, see if you like it. I'll put a link for the Gumroad down below. You can click on this. That will be honestly affiliated link. So whatever, if you sign up, hey, I get little bonus, not big, just little one, because Gumroad is actually charging only like $9 a month. Very good, very reasonable pricing for the service they provided. It is unlimited space, unlimited people can download, and unlimited storage. So I mean, it's a real good service, and I don't think I found anywhere more reasonable. Just give you an example, when I run my own services for the Geekatplay.com. I usually run for this site sell on my own server, and our price was anywhere from $500 to $700 a month just to the hosting with all this download content and store online and all this stuff. So $700 to $9, it's quite a bit big savings with actually better experience, because in this case you don't need worried about upkeep servers. They're constantly introduce new stuff, new developing, so it's way better this way to sell your digital assets. Okay, and you can create them, how say I found out with if you're going with Midjourney currently with licensing, or if you're going with DALL-E or other ones, they work very, very good to create it. And I also provide you license to sell commercially used items. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know what do you think, and have fun time creating and sell your products.